Hey guys, Taylor here. So I'm gonna change your mind on pressure washing equipment today. So here's my trailer right there, as you can see. So a lot of people ask, what do I use? Kind of how am I still running? So what that leads to is my pressure washing equipment is like everybody else's with the burner, hot water, but I use two GX390s with two small pumps. As you can see, I got the small pumps right there, both mounted, and I use one unloader. That's correct, one unloader. So the difference in that is all kinds of things. You can benefit from your job from saving water, not having to walk, just different situations it depends on. So first off, let's start with the water situation. Say you've been at a customer's house where the water supply is maybe just not up to par. You try and fill your tank, and you have your big GX 690 with your 8 gallon a minute, 6 gallon a minute pump on it, with your electric start, all that. Yeah, it's nice, but guess what? When that customer's water supply isn't up to par and you run out of water, what do? You got to stop, you got to wait, you got to recover water. That's just annoying. Me? No. So I have everything going into the same line. Both these machines are plumbed into one pressure washing line. So if you have your hose wrapped 150 feet around the back of a house, one of my machines runs out of gas, one of my pumps malfunctions, whatever happens, or if I don't have enough water supply, I can cut one machine off and I can simply run 4 gallons a minute. All I got to do is come over here, grab another tip, 4 gallon a minute tip, put it in my wand, or I can even run my 8 gallon a minute tip at a lower PSI. And that allows you to keep running and get your job done if the water supply is only matching 4 gallons a minute, instead of having to cut your machine off and sit there and wait for 20 minutes on the customer's property. So that's another benefit. Or if your machine runs out of gas, one of my machines runs out of gas, I don't gotta come run back over to the trailer and fill it up, or worry about my burner overheating, blowing a pipe because the water's sitting in there boiling. All I gotta do is just change my tip out and keep running. Don't even have to come back to the trailer. So a lot of people ask, what about parts? What about maintenance? What about this and that? Well, a GX390 cost you what, $600? A GX 670 or whatever it is cost about $1,200 to $1,300. They're electric start. Your battery's dead, you can't start them. They have no pull start. They're always having to deal with fuel filters, this or that. Everybody knows the GX390, simple Honda. These things are reliable. You just pull start them, they crank right up. I mean, they're reliable. And I get 8 gallons a minute at 4,000 PSI, just like any other. Actually, not true, because most of your pumps, your larger pumps, you got to sacrifice. So if you have 8 gallons a minute, you're at 3,000, 3,500 PSI. If you get a 6 gallon a minute pump, you can run 4,000 PSI. But the downside to that is those pumps are anywhere from $500 to $800 to replace. They're belt driven, and when it rains, your belts slip, they squeal. It's just a lot of headache to deal with. Yeah, this skid right here came with one of those. I took it out. I didn't want to deal with it. Anytime I want to start up one machine, run 4 gallon a minute, there, I'm good to go. Want to start up both machines, run 8 gallon a minute, good to go. My PSI is always the same because they're 4,000 PSI pumps. So parts and maintenance on the small pumps right there. The small pumps cost you $200 unplumbed to $230 shipped to replace that pump. These pumps last for 2 to 3 years. I haven't replaced them in 2 to 3 years. I've replaced my unloader a couple times, but that's another thing. I use one unloader. I got 2 pumps, 2 engines, and 1 unloader. That's it. 1 unloader, and it's all plumbed into an existing hot water burner. Why not do that? Why are you guys out there spending the money, or letting these companies out there that you buy these equipment from, these $13,000 trailers, why are you letting them rip you off with these maintenance costs on these big engines and stuff like that? It's not needed. It's really not needed. These GX390s with the full tank of gas can run for about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, depending on how much you're pressure washing or how much load you put on them. So that's a benefit to it. I run out of gas, turn one machine off. I'm still running 4,000 PSI, but only 4 gallon a minute, not 8. So my maintenance over the years has just been low, and I've been able to get every job done no matter what. Instead of having to wait for water to recover, I'm turning off one machine, matching the customer's water supply, and still washing with what I need to. Or say you don't need to even use 8 gallon a minute, you just want to use 4 gallon a minute. Well, you have that option. Just start one machine up. People say that you can't hook pressure washers together or combine them or do one unloader. Don't let them tell you that. That's not true. They're just trying to get you to buy more stuff. I've been doing this for almost 4 years, and it works out pretty dang good. So if you guys have any questions or comments, just let me know. Comment section below. And I'm gonna try to post some more videos here in the future about it. I got some soft wash stuff coming that you guys are gonna be interested in. How to plumb your soft wash into your chemical injector. That one's gonna be cool. So stay tuned, guys.